Peter King here on the Rich Eisen Show, and hearing you talk about how Breeze is throwing to open receivers and how he and his coach are on the same page, I think you know where I'm going with this. Back in 2006, the Packers were looking at Peyton. They went with Mike McCarthy instead, and now here we are 12 years later, McCarthy and Rodgers, and it looks like there's a divorce coming. It's a passive-aggressive relationship. All that said, due to the Bears winning last night, the Packers are just one game behind the Vikings going into Sunday Night Football, and that's the final playoff spot. They have a chance to still make the playoffs. What is happening there, and what do you think does happen there, Peter King?
You know, you mentioned the word passive-aggressive. That's kind of how it looks to me, Rich. And again, Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy publicly are, they're fine. And so I don't think any of us can sit out here and swear that there's this massive problem. But, Rich, you just read between the lines, and you read basically, you read Aaron Rodgers, you see Aaron Rodgers. He's just, and look, he's not a stand-up comedian. He does make funny commercials, but he's not one of those guys who's Joe Glib and, who spouts a bunch of cliches. He's an earnest, very serious, incredibly smart person. But I just get the feeling right now that I'm looking at it, and like I wrote this week in my column, you just get the feeling that things are not right and they're going to make a change. That's the feeling that you get. And because they keep a very tight ship in Green Bay. And so other than Mike Silver's story, which I thought was brilliant, after the Ty Montgomery, gaffe against the Rams that basically cost them that game. The Rams keep things the Packers keep things pretty much in-house. But again, when you cover a team for a while or you cover the sport for a long time or sports in general, you can sort of tell when things are not hunky-dory. They just don't look hunky-dory there.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.